to get some success against some pretty poor offensive lines. Now, back to Solomon Thomas, just a couple other things that I had on him. Again, I talked about how he's relentless and he does not give up on plays. Now, after the draft, I went back and rewatched a lot of his film, kind of 4 or 5 times in a row per play, and a couple things came up that I kind of saw. Even though his effort is insane, he played way too many plays. Way too many plays for Stanford. And one thing that I do think the 49ers have to his advantage is he's not going to be required to play that many plays for us. If you look at what we did with DeForest Buckner last year, I don't think that's going to be the case with him. DeForest Buckner last year logged more snaps than almost any NFL defensive end in the 3-4 scheme. I mean, the guy was absolute beast, play in, play out, highly productive. I mean, he was just exceptional. I don't think we need to do that with Solomon Thomas, especially with a healthy Eric Armstead. Hopefully, we'll be able to get him in positions where he won't have to think as much, and we can turn this kid loose. Now, as smart as he is, we need to figure out ways to put him in a position where he can use his motor instead of stopping and thinking. He can just go all out. And if he's not playing 95% of our defensive snaps, I think we're going to get a much better return. Again, I talked about how rhythm is such a big deal for him. And so, again, I hope we can put him in positions where he can kind of get turned loose, because it seemed like if he did disappear in film, which was very, very seldom, those times would be drawn out. But whenever he makes that play, he makes another play and another play and another play. So I'm hoping our coaching staff can say, hey, you know what? It's been a couple plays since he's really made an impact. Let's get him over here. Let's calm him down. Let's get him something to think. And then let's send him back out there and turn him loose with a stunt, or put him in a position where, you know, he's not going to be chipped by the tackle or by the back out the side, so he can be in these one-on-one against these poor interior offensive linemen to see what he can come up with. So anyway, those are just a couple things. Upcoming next podcast, what I want to be covering is our next draft pick, which was Reuben Foster at the 31 pick. And I don't want to get into too much of the trade details now, but we'll get into that next podcast. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And again, if you guys have any questions or anything, please leave those in the comments. And look forward to hearing from you guys. Twitter's a great way to get questions out there and just have a great conversation about more Solomon Thomas stuff and the 49ers. You can follow me on Twitter at JL_Chapman. That's JL_Chapman, CHAPMAN. Thanks a lot, guys. Hope you enjoyed it.